Material Worlds is a selling exhibition from Sotheby's in collaboration with Sudeley of works of outdoor contemporary craft, design and art. We have in this exhibition a combination of glass, we have steel, we have willow, we have granite, we have cement, we have fabric, and I think that's what makes it so interesting, that you're not just looking at hard, dead surfaces, and that's why we called it Material Worlds. David ADJAYE is an architect whose work I admire greatly, and when I discovered he'd made something for outdoors in granite, I was very, very keen to have it at Sudeley because it's very architectural and it's very pure in form. It looks, I think, quite stunning. Omar is architect, designer, craftsman and artist, really. I saw his work for the first time in Milan. I thought it was very strong, very unusual. He really does transcend the boundary between architecture and product design. I had seen the work of Laura Bacon and I just fell in love with it.
I kind of knew immediately how I wanted to use this material and what I wanted to do with it. The forms themselves are loosely inspired by nests or insect nests in the way that structures like that build themselves into existing structures. My pieces are rarely freestanding, they always grow out of something else, so the building or the tree sort of becomes part of the artwork itself. The pieces react to the site in a very physical way. I never set out to use willow particularly. I'm never sure whether this is actually part of me or whether it has a complete life in its own right. So I do look at them and think, gosh, you're a beast.
When I was in Milan in April at the furniture fair, I saw these giant bees and I thought, this just has to be at Sudeley. It's perfect. BOKJA are a group of women who work as a cooperative in the Lebanon. I can just see people really quite falling in love with them. Tord is the Professor of Product Design and Furniture at the London Royal College of Art. His work is very delicate. It's not fragile, but it looks fragile. And this outdoor furniture, which is in metal, is just very, very beautiful. It almost looks like it could be part of a tea party for Cinderella or someone from a fairy tale. Ambrose BURNE is very interesting. I met him at New Designers in London, which is an exhibition of work from art colleges all over the country. And he was one of the first graduates of a contemporary blacksmithing course. He has now gone from strength to strength, and he does do commissions of all kinds of architectural objects made from metal. Paul is many things. He's an artist, he's a designer, and he's also a musician.
I'm more and more interested in things in the landscape, actually. So for me to see this outside is a massive pleasure, because apart from anything else, it's very reflective. So it's kind of like, it's its own cloaking device. It takes on its own environment, you know, it reflects what's around it. And when it's in my studio, it reflects a lot of girders and grime and whatever else is in there. But out here, what you see is green. I was taking pictures of it the other day, and its dignity is vastly improved by being in such a beautiful setting.
The small neon piece that Paul made is actually Hebrew lettering with a finger pointing at it, and you can hide it somewhere and come across it as a little surprise, which is what we've done at Sudeley. Stephen Johnson is a really interesting, whimsical sculptor. I've shown his work in my exhibitions at Sotheby's, and they always make you smile. The title of his works, Now Isn't That Lovely, is actually what his mother said when she first saw his work. So he's kept that as the title for all his work. Amanda LEVETE is an architect who I've known for a very long time. She's a gutsy architect, and I just knew I had to have this particular bench called the Drift Bench, and it's made of concrete. It's architectural, it's incredibly elegant. I absolutely love it. Ingo MAURER is an artist who works with lights, and it's always surprising, it's always different. He designed the LED table a few years ago, and then I found that he'd also made 2 new lights with butterflies on the outside. Having installed them in the chapel, they take on a very wonderful appearance. I saw the work of Andrea Salvetti in Milan at the Furniture Fair in April. It's a bit like a sort of metallic igloo, and I thought it would be a wonderful place to go and hide from the bothers and worries of the world and read a book. But it's very, very lovely, and I think it looks great in this setting.